Hello, everyone. This is Ahmed Moaz with another episode of the Breakthrough Coach for you. So, guys, today we are going to talk about the ways to build and create self trust. So, we're going to talk about three steps to create, build, and maintain your self trust. So, first of all, what you need to do is you need to acknowledge your setbacks and forgive yourself for those setbacks. See, first of all, acknowledging the fact that something bad has happened, something bad had happened, and just realizing the parts where you made the mistake and let the rest of it go. This is what you need to do. So you acknowledge your mistakes and forgive yourself, because we told you that a mistake is a mistake, a setback is a setback. It's not the end of everything. Okay. So why this matters, why building self trust matters? Because when you build the self trust, when you build your self confidence, that's the foundation that you need to overcome your mental struggles. We have spoke about it earlier, and how you can learn from your setbacks and let them go. We're going to talk about that now. So what you have to do is, whenever a setback happens, whenever a bad thing happens, you have to reflect. You do not have to ruminate, as in you do not have to go over it and stick to it, and just stick on to that specific moment and specific subject and just don't let it go. This is not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is, whenever something bad happens, you need to understand, you need to reflect on the matter, that why this thing has happened, and you just learn from your mistakes. You just take out the lessons that you need to follow through, and you ignore the rest of the part. Practice self forgiveness. You need to practice self forgiveness. So for practicing self forgiveness, what you need to do is, you need to think about all the things that had happened in the past, that you probably think that you are over with them, but they're still somewhere in your subconscious, and you keep thinking about them, and you keep talking about them, and you keep making your decisions around them. So you need to practice self forgiveness. This won't just help you with the current issues, this is going to help you with the issues that you had in the past as well, and the issues that you're going to face in the future as well. So the key point is that you cannot build your self trust if you're still stuck in the past. So what you need to do is, you need to get over your past and make yourself ready for the future. And how you can do that, how you can forget the past and make yourself ready for the future? By staying in the present, by reflecting on the present, just reflecting on the past for the things that you need to learn, and reflecting on the future for the things that you need to achieve. Nothing less, nothing more. So for everything, we give you a very good piece of advice, that is smart: start small and follow through. Start a small activity, start a small practice, start a small exercise for your self trust, and keep consistent with that. Okay, why, since we speak about it in every video, why starting small matters? Why starting small matters in this arena? So when you start small, you keep achievable goals. Those achievable goals are going to get achieved, and you're going to get a sense of achievement. You'll celebrate those wins. So for that, you need to start small. If you're going to start big, you're not going to achieve it, and then you're going to get frustrated. So you're just going to stop in the start of your journey. And keep your word to yourself. Like, if you have decided something, the best promise that you can make is the promise that you make to yourself, and you keep it. So if you want to be a person who keeps promises, start by keeping a promise to yourself. Start by keeping the promises to yourself. Okay, now we're going to talk about the challenging negative self talk and how you can reframe it. So, you actually have to challenge the self negative talk, the negative self talk that your subconscious keeps on throwing, the conversations that your subconscious keeps on throwing at you, and makes it a bit difficult for you to sustain and move on. So, you have to challenge it. You actually have to, go against it. And when you go against it, you just do not have to stop it, you have to reframe it. We have told you earlier how you can reframe your self negative talk. You can take that phrase while you're looking from it at the window, and then look from the second window, and the moment you look at it from the second video, it already gets phrased for you. Catch your inner critique. You have to identify your inner critique. You have to identify where your inner critique starts criticizing. You have to be aware of the fact that where this inner critique starts bothering you, and then that's the point where you have to reflect, and that's the point where you have to reframe your negative thoughts. And while you're reframing your negative thoughts, please do reframe them with positive affirmations. There is this negative, you see that when the negative talks and negative thoughts are coming, they are just 100% sure and very decisive. But when we think something about something positive, that feeling is not that strong. Why is that so? If the negative feeling, which is wrong, which should not exist, which does not exist, which is temporary, which is fake, when it comes as of some feeling that is very strong, then why not the positive feelings? Why not? Why the positive feelings do not have the same kind of strength, same kind of force? And you need to understand one thing: your mind believes what you tell it. This is the best thing about your mind. It actually starts believing whatever you tell it. So tell your mind the positive things, the real things, the actual things. You need to understand one thing: like every other aspect of mental health struggle, building self trust is a journey. It's a journey that you're going to go on and keep on progressing, keep on moving. It's not a one time thing. It's not a thing that you just need to do, write something down, get it done, and you're done with it. No, it's not like that. Okay, now we're going to talk about the practical exercises to strengthen self trust. So, for that, number one, keep a self trust journal, keep a self trust notebook that is entirely dedicated to this purpose. Write it down, write your things down. Do the daily reflection. The daily reflection part matters a lot. You have to reflect over it daily. Practice micro commitments, make micro commitments and then practice them and then achieve them. Because when you're making a big commitment, you might not follow through it. So make small micro commitments and complete them. Why making small commitments is important? Because self trust is built by making commitments and following through it. So if you're going to make tiny commitments, it's going to make sure of the fact that you follow through those commitments. Choose tiny promises. When now let's break down the commitments to further smaller part. Make smaller promises to yourself and smaller promises to the people that matter to you, and then follow through these promises. Make the commitments, follow through those commitments, and enjoy the sense of achievement as well. What you need to do is, while you're moving forward, you need to track your success in every aspect of life. Like in every aspect of life, you have to track your success here as well. And then you need to understand the final thing: the consistency of smaller commitments over the period of time strengthens your confidence overall. So, what are we saying? The consistency of smaller commitments over a period of time make your confidence go stronger. We'll end today's video with this note, and we're going to see you in the next video. Look after yourself. Allah Hafiz.